Former Secretary of State General Colin Powell is weighing in on the yuan. Bloomberg contributor Judy Woodruff sat down with General Powell. She asked him about the consequences of labeling China a currency manipulator.
Well, there'd be a very negative response from China. They don't like being instructed as to how they should value their currency. 2009 was a good year in U.S.-China relations. I think the administration got off to a good start. But in the last few months, a number of things have happened that have caused the Chinese to react rather negatively. And I was in China just about 2 weeks ago and heard it all. But between the arms sale to Taiwan, the president seeing the Dalai Lama just about the same time as the arms sales were being consummated, the Google problem, which is sort of a side, it's a corporate issue, but nevertheless it plays into this, and some of the trade disputes we've been having, and then you add to that the currency problem. The Chinese are feeling a little bit under pressure right now from the United States, and they're pushing back, and they're pushing back harder than they usually do. In my time as secretary, even as national security advisor 20 years ago, you would always have the Taiwan issue, and you would always have, don't see the Dalai Lama. But we always said we have to see the Dalai Lama, and we have responsibilities to Taiwan. And we would have an exchange of views, and then we'd move on. But this time it seems like the Chinese are reacting a little, with a little stiffer approach to it. I think it is manageable, and I think we can get over this hump, because the mutual interests that the two countries have with each other are so vital, based on trade and based on having good relations. So China is not going to become our enemy, but it doesn't mean it will follow lockstep in everything we wish them to do.
Well, is the U.S. powerless to do something in a situation like this? I mean, what leverage does the U.S. have with China?
Well, trade is, I think, the biggest relationship that we have with them. But it's not power in the sense of you're going to tell them what to do and they have to do it. It's diplomacy in the sense that you exchange views about these very, very difficult issues and see if you cannot find a way forward. And I think the relationship is sufficiently strong and the interests are sufficiently great on both sides that ways will be found forward on all of these issues. You know, you don't have a Taiwan arms sale every week. We can put that one aside, I hope. And the Dalai Lama issue, we will exchange views strongly and then move on. So the mutual interest that both countries have in having a stable relationship with two countries that are enormously powerful and influential will give us the basis to move forward.